newsroom. I am Joy Uchejim, and these are the stories we're tracking at the moment. Business activities returned to Ojota, Lagos State on Tuesday as the hashtag End Bad Governance protesters failed to turn up as expected. Tuesday marked day 6 of the nationwide protest against hunger and hardship, and a heavy presence of security agencies was seen on ground. Our correspondent who visited Ojota on Tuesday said no protester was seen at the assembly point. In the West African bloc, ECOWAS has urged hashtag End Bad Governance protesters in Nigeria to heed the President Bola Tinubu's call for dialogue. In a statement, the Economic Community of West African States Commission deeply regretted the reports of violence in the course of the protest and the unfortunate deaths of some protesters, as well as the alleged looting and destruction of public and private properties. And the streets of Kaduna has remained deserted on Tuesday following a 24-hour curfew imposed on it in the wake of the outbreak of violence in the state. The hashtag End Bad Governance protest took a new twist in the state after hoodlums disguised as protesters seized the opportunity to loot both government and private properties. Some of the protesters were also seen clutching and lifting the Russian flag as they aired their frustration against the current hardship and hunger in the country. The Katsina State Acting Governor Farouk Lawal has approved the review of the 24-hour restriction of movement order imposed on Dotsima local government area of the state and other 33 local government areas under the 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. curfew. Lawal granted the review of the Dotsima curfew after receiving a report of an improved security situation in the area. He directed the ban on unusual gatherings and all types of protests to remain imposed throughout the state. And former President Olusegun Obasanjo has said that those benefiting from the lucrative business of fuel importation are going to make efforts to frustrate the Dangote Petroleum Refinery. Obasanjo said this in the wake of allegations by the president of the Dangote Group, Alhaji Aliko Dangote, that some mafias, in quotes, were making efforts to frustrate the 20 billion naira refinery. And on the foreign scene, Bangladesh's parliament has dissolved on Tuesday. This is according to the president's office in a statement. Now, a day after Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina resigned and fled the country following violent protests demanding her ouster. The announcement came hours after protesting student leaders set a deadline to dissolve the parliament and warned that a strict program will be launched if their deadline is not met. And finally, on sports, Nigeria's Favour Ofili was in tears after she stormed to the final of the 200 meters race in the 2024 Paris Olympics. Ofili qualified for the final after picking up the second automatic spot in the race on Monday, reigniting Nigeria's hopes for a medal at the Games. She finished with a season's best of 22.05 seconds, falling behind St. Lucia's Julian Alfred, the 100-meter champion, who crossed the line in a time of 21.98 seconds. The United States' Mary Long was in the third, finishing at 22.30 seconds. And these are the stories we're tracking at the moment. Join us again at top of the hour for more stories. Bye for now.